Welcome to Answers from Within. From the author of the All-Knowing Diary, Mind Lies into Truths that will set you free.
Hello everyone, welcome to Answers from Within. We are talking truth, enlightenment, healing, all that we seek. And we have Louise today. How are you, Louise?
Absolutely great, actually.
Oh, you're awesome. What can I do for you today, my dear?
Well, I have this thing that's been haunting me for the last 25 years, I think.
Time to deal with it, hey?
Yeah, well, it's time to part with it.
What is this thing?
I somehow keep sabotaging myself when it comes to losing weight. And I know that there are some huge limiting beliefs around losing weight. And I just don't seem to get there on my own.
Okay, so you want to know how to blast through all the self-sabotage. You want to know how to lose weight.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Let's have a look and let's see what's holding you back, okay? This is interesting. The first thing that I'm seeing is there is a worry, a fear. And the fear is, will I be liked if I'm different? Will I like myself? Will others like me? Because it looks to me that you believe if you stand out, people won't like you. And if people don't like you, how are you ever to like yourself? So you've created a situation where you're unnoticeable. You believe you're unnoticeable. And it's very hard to continue to lose weight when you fear, whoa, if I actually get to losing weight, people are going to stop and notice me. And for you, that's more terrifying than being larger. Right? You can handle being larger, but being noticed is just, whoa, I'm not used to it, I'm uncomfortable by it. That's just something I can't accept in my life at this point in time. Make sense so far?
Makes absolutely sense.
So here's a good reminder for you is that there's not something wrong with you. Your body's not faulty. You're not holding on to the weight because you're broken. You're holding on to the weight because you want to. Because more to the point, you're afraid of losing it. Yeah?
Yeah.
So all those times that you punished yourself for not being as good as other people with your body and as disciplined and all this nonsense, you can go, you know what? I've just had a very good reason to keep it on. That's all.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and I see this all the time with women who have troubles with weight. They have at least what they would believe is a very good reason. And I'm not saying it's not a very good reason, but there's just more truth to it than that. So every woman who's holding on weight has a very good reason for it. It's not a truthful reason, but it is a very good reason. Okay?
I suspected as much.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of truth, let's talk some truth and let's see what's really going on here. So if you can just be really open, knowing that this fear isn't real, knowing that it's not going to lead to all the horrible things that you're worried it will lead to, and that just hold it in your awareness that it's actually losing weight is actually going to give you what you really, really, really want, which is a fit, agile, healthy body, right? So just hold that in your space, and that's going to help me get to some truth, okay?
Yep.
All right, so the first truth is we're going to deal with is, why don't I want to be noticed? Why has that been built up in your imagination to be the worst thing possible? We're going to look at that. For you to be noticed literally means unwanted. And the feeling I'm getting with that is getting into trouble as a kid. If you were being seen, like noticed, it's because you were loud, it's because you broke something, it's because you screamed, it's because you did something you weren't meant to do. So you've literally created this association with to be noticed is to get into trouble. To be noticed, therefore, is a bad thing. I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want anyone paying attention to me, because it means some point I'm going to blame myself for feeling that I got into trouble. And I don't want to blame myself. I've gone through enough hurt as it is. I don't want to hurt myself. Make sense? Yeah. Sound about right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's clean that up. All right, so when we go back to this little girl and we're looking at her and all the energy that's going on there, and she's joining the dots. She's going to be noticed equals bad equals trouble, bad me, wrong me, this is not good. But what was really happening, this is interesting, is you weren't being noticed for your wrongdoings. You were being yelled at for your wrongdoings. But what you were being noticed for was actually your beauty, your playfulness, your childishness, and your innocence. And that's what was catching people's attention. Now, then something happened from that moment into the yelling, and there's something in between which you never looked at before. Because you were being noticed as innocent and beautiful and childlike, the people who were noticing you were seeing how much they were no longer that themselves. I'm no longer beautiful. I'm no longer innocent. I'm no longer childlike. I'm going to yell at you for being that way. I'm going to yell at you for being undisciplined. I'm going to yell at you for being unmotivated, for not being focused, for not wanting to make something of your life and be a somebody. I'm going to yell at you for all the things that I am not. And that I'm trying to hold myself to and be disciplined and focused and believing that all makes a difference in life, when really what I crave most is what I'm not. Innocent, childlike, playful, beautiful. But I'm going to yell at you because you are showing me all the things that I'm not. And I'm angry that you're not being as rigid, stubborn, resentful as me. I'm angry at you for not being all the horrible things that I have become. You should be more disciplined. You should be more like us. And that, my dear, is one of the biggest reasons parents yell at their children. Because the kids show up what's missing from their life, what's become of them. You know, I put my kids to bed at night, and and you're trying to brush their teeth, and all they want to do is jump on your bed and play. And there's just this anger there. It's so ridiculous. And I watch it. There's this anger. How dare you want to be playful and jump around? I'm trying to put you to bed because I've got things to do. and it's not that they're jumping on the bed that's annoying you. It's the fact that you've got things to do and you've got a problem with that. And you would much rather be free and open and playful like they are. And they're showing you, they're saying you, look, you've lost this, and we get angry at it. Make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
We hate them for it. How dare you have so much energy? How dare you love life? I'm exhausted. I can barely keep my head above water, and look at you. You just keep wanting more from me and wanting to play. How dare you want to play with me? So that's what happened with you. You weren't being noticed because you were naughty. You were being noticed because they were being naughty in their life. You were showing up where they are naughty, and not in a sexy way, in where they're dissatisfied with their life. So let's just see how we can integrate that for you, because that's an important truth. So the realization for you, Louise, is I was being noticed for good reasons. I was being noticed because I'm awesome. And they had a choice to see what was there for them, which was a gift of change your life and do something that's going to make you happy, or yell at me and get angry at me for showing it up. But that's none of your business what choice they make. It's your business to be your light, yourself. You don't start going, I'm not going to show this up for you because of how you're going to respond. I'm just being me. I'm not going to stop being an innocent, playful little kid because you can't handle it. I'm going to just be me. It's up to you. What you do when you look in the mirror is your business. I'm just the mirror. And I'm not going to stop being a mirror. I can't. I'm just going to be me. You're going to see what you see in me. But I'm not going to stop being me because you're insecure about it. So realizing, Louise, I'm a gift to the world. You are a gift to the world. And when people look at you and notice you, they're either going to have one of two reactions. Either they're going to react going, wow, she's showing me something really important that I could make some changes in my life. Or damn her, I resent her for being awesome when I don't know how to be awesome. Is this landing for you?
Yeah, it is.
You don't have to apologize in any way, shape or form for being noticed. You're not an inconvenience. You're not an eyesore. You're not an interruption. All that stuff is on the other person's side. It has nothing to do with you. And why diminish your life? Why diminish your fire, your light, in the off chance that somebody is going to have a bad reaction to it? And it may never happen again. Okay? So let's go a bit deeper and let's see what remains for you. Can I be happy to be noticed? Can I be okay with that? That's what we're dealing with. Your question that you're coming up in your thoughts is, am I okay to notice myself? That's what we're going to look at. Your worry with noticing yourself is, it's a few layers deep, so I'm just going to break this up. Let's have a look. Is it possible to love myself? And that is the secret antidote. That is the key to weight loss right there. To love yourself before you lose the weight will make the weight drop off. So, what's in your way? I'm concerned about how others see me. Yeah, that's still a little bit there. I'm concerned whether I'll still like, this is funny, I'm concerned if I'll still like myself if others like me. Is it fair to say, and I'm going to expose something here for you, do you have a fairly low opinion of most people?
Well, I don't particularly like people.
Okay. This is the energy I'm seeing in you. It's like, well, if they like me, they're a bunch of idiots, so maybe that's not a good thing. So you're stuck in this place of, well, I want to like me, but if others then like me, then maybe I'm not so likable because they're all idiots. They're all idiots. So let's just deal with that, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the reason you've thought people are idiots in the past is simply because they're not recognizing your greatness. They're not seeing who you really are and what you really are. And that's really a way of you dealing with, why can't I see who I really am? Why am I focused on the weight? Why am I focused on these things that don't matter? Why can't I see my own beauty and my innocence? So you've just been projecting that onto other people and going, they're all idiots. When really you're saying, why am I being such an idiot for not recognizing my true value? Let's look at that. Your true value and this is so ironic, your true value is actually in your ability to see people for who they are. Even though you kind of go, you're all idiots, there's still people in your life that you can look at and go, yeah, I get that person. I see them. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you've needed to be able to do that. Really, you've needed to be able to see who's friend, who's foe in your life, who's safe, who's not. So it's been a survival skill, but at this phase of your life, it's your career. It's going to be your career.
Yep.
Telling people who they are is one of the greatest abilities on this earth, because 99% have no idea. No idea what makes them great, what makes them interesting, what makes them lovable, what makes them extraordinary, what makes them worth living, what makes them matter. People don't know. And it's because they don't know that they experience suffering in their life. So your greatest gift, my dear, is going to be your greatest accomplishment. Because you looking at yourself with that ability and being able to see that the ability to recognize greatness in others is the same ability you have to recognize greatness within yourself, and to realize that to notice yourself for that, for the love you have in your heart for yourself, for the love you have for others when you see their greatness, That is the ability that you're looking for to love yourself for. Can you see that?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, feels like it's taking a minute to sink in. What is extraordinary about you is your ability to see the extraordinary, right?
Mm-hmm.
In yourself and in others. So being able to see that in yourself is what is very lovable. Can you love yourself because you can see the extraordinary in you?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. That is the key for your self-love, is to recognize, look at me, I'm capable of seeing past my failures, my disappointments and my troubles and my weight and whatever, and I'm capable of seeing that I'm still extraordinary despite all of those things. And that's lovable. That's what is lovable. So, give yourself permission to notice yourself for that extraordinary gift. I am noticeable because I am inwardly extraordinary. And I love noticing that about myself. I have a unique ability, and I can see people for what they are. That's extraordinary, and I want to notice myself for that. I want to be noticed for that. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I do.
And that's where we're going to complete, Louise. You've noticed yourself.
Wow. That was a whole new way of looking at it.
And that's why you talk to me.
Yep.
So if you have a question that needs answering, come along to DanielAnswers.com.